life practice community.
There we go. All right. So we're going to start our practice in a seated meditation. You can come into a comfortable crisscross. And then just anchor down through the sits bones and lengthen through the spine. Decide if you want to rest your palms face down on your thighs. Just to ground you into the present moment. Or maybe you flip your palms to be face up if you need to receive a bit of energy from this moment. And then can you take some deep and filling breaths? Inhale fills the lungs and fills the chest. And then exhale empties out. Inhale filling. Exhale, empty out. Or inhale. One more exhale. So on the weekend on Friday, we had a practice around the root chakra to ground us down. And our practice today is going to move up along the energy centers, move towards the sacral chakra, which is called Svadhisthana. And this is the center of the body connected to our enjoyment of life. Connected to our emotions. Connected to our creativity. Just kind of connected to our energy flow. And maybe an intention you want to go with is, I have healthy boundaries. Maybe I move with ease, I go with the flow. Maybe I love and enjoy my body without judgment. Maybe one of those resonates. So as we work through this practice today, we're going to be targeting the hips, which is kind of the area of the body around the sacrum. We're going to be doing some deep hip stretching. We're also going to try to integrate a bit more of a flow, a bit more fluidity than usual, but nothing too crazy as it's yin. So let's take one more round of breath together in our seated shape. And then we're going to work a little bit through the spine. Move this cute little cat out of the way. You're going to come onto your hands and knees. Landing your palms onto the mat, landing your knees onto the mat. And then all we're going to do is just kind of warm up through the spine, tilting at the pelvis, lifting the chin, finding your cow. And then take an exhale, curl the spine, tuck the chin, find your cat. And then just keep going like this, rippling like this wave. Articulating through the spine with every breath. I'm going to put a little bit of music with this flow. Just let me know at any point if it's too loud or distracting. I just want you to let your movements be an expression of who you are in this moment. So maybe you add some circles through the spine. Circling around and around. And then once you've warmed up through the spine, we're going to come into neutral. Take your knees a little bit wide. Sit the hips back on the heels and then just rest the forehead. Anchoring your body down into a balasana, child's pose. We'll be here for about 3 minutes. And can you feel your sacrum spreading and widening? The skin on your low back softening. So the sacral chakra. It's the dwelling place of the self and the home of sweetness. The home of where our enjoyment of life comes from. It's where our pleasure and our sexuality and our emotions and desires and creativity, it all lives here. So moving up from the steadiness of the earth, we enter into the fluid. Femininity. And this chakra is about being able to go with the flow. Right, to enjoy life, we have to be able to feel our way through it with grace. With ease. And if this chakra is in balance, we can just feel aligned with the flow of nature and connect with beauty, with energy, with life force. With the excitement of being alive and living on this earth. And it's also where our emotions, our reactions, our thoughts, and our feelings, all of this is navigated from Svadhisthana, from the sacrum. So we're going to stay here for one more round of breath. And then we're going to come up from our down dog, up from our child's pose. And we're going to come into a down dog, which we don't normally do in Yin. But it's just going to be one down dog. Okay, tucking the toes and lifting up and back. And then I want you to listen to your intuition here of what feels good. Maybe walking the dog, bending one knee and bending the next. Maybe dropping your head and rocking it from side to side and then giving a little rock yes. I think I lied actually. I said one down dog, but we're going to do more than one because we're going to transition from our next pose. If it feels good to you, maybe lifting the leg up and doing some hip circles to like lubricate the hips. That's kind of what I feel like right now, but it's just an option. And then lifting the other leg, doing some circles. And then we're gonna move from our down dog into our swan or our pigeon. So take your right leg up, big extension. And then draw your right knee in. Lay your right shin across the width of the mat. Nice, wiggle your left knee back. And then decide if you want to support yourself with a little cushion, or you might just come down to neutral. Move my camera slightly over so it's not cropping out my head. This thing in Yin where I like the camera to be a bit closer so I can feel closer to you guys. And I always like crop out my head by mistake. There we go. So we're gonna be here for 3 minutes. So again, kind of settling yourself into a pose that is sustainable. So pigeon pose connects to some pretty deep emotions here in the hips. And when we connect to our sacral chakra, we have to let go of negative self-talk. Negative negative self-judgment. So the word emotion, it comes from the Latin word move, or energy in motion. And just like this chakra is about moving with grace and ease through life, it's about emotional flow. It's about our ability to let inner storms arise. Our ability to let inner storms be seen and move through us. And when we're flooded with all of these emotions, we can let them take us for a ride. You can hopscotch over them. You can bury them deep or disengage and deny them. These actions and reactions make our feelings a permanent home in our body. Or we can acknowledge them, we can feel them, we can accept them for what they are. Just take a few more breaths. And then come up onto the palms. And then tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, come all the way back up into a down dog. Might feel good to bend one knee and then bend the next. Just kind of walking out the dog again. And then when you're ready, we're gonna flow into the opposite side. So lift your left leg up. And then allow your left shin to fly across the width of the mat. Nice, wiggling the right knee back. Creating some space. And then coming forward. So as you drop into this forward fold, ask yourself, what are you holding on to? Or What are you holding back from? Pay attention in this way, it just kind of sets it all free back into the flow. Stay here for just a few more breaths. And then slowly just roll all the way up. And this time we'll just come onto one hip and roll all the way around. You're going to come into a cross-legged seat. And then we're just going to take some circles with the spine. Almost like a seated cat-cow, but also adding in this circle, so you're really kind of integrating into the hips. And circle the other way. Nice. Coming all the way back into neutral, taking a big breath in. And then let's just walk the palms forward and take a moment in a little bit of a forward fold in our Sukhasana. Take a few more breaths. Then can you slowly roll all the way up into your seated shape? I want to disturb the cat, so I'm just going to get a pillow. We're going to come into caterpillar or a forward fold. If you want to use a pillow draped over top of the legs, you can. It can be nice and comfy. Keeping your legs lengthened out, and then just start to kind of heavy your heart forward. And feel the stretch through the entire posterior chain. Just feel the skin stretching over the sacrum. Maybe your affirmation is, I can go with the flow. Stay here for 5 more breaths. And can you slowly roll up? So you have a pillow, just slide it to the side. You can place your hands behind you just for a moment and kind of sit lengthened up and just process that posture. So we practiced a forward fold. I'm going to counter that with a couple back bends. And so the first one we're going to take is Sphinx pose. So you might come forward onto your navel and then just land onto the shoulders and lift through the heart. Maybe the affirmation is, I'm at home in my body without judgment. Home in my body without judgment. We've been here for a couple of minutes on the elbows and Sphinx. If you want to deepen this stretch up into seal, it's an option. Maybe you widen your hands, then press through your palms and just lift your heart up. And let's come down back onto the elbows. Nice. So from this Sphinx pose, we're going to transition into some twists. So just start to draw your right knee up across the width of the mat. I think you guys all know. Yeah, we're going to lift our right elbow up. Thread our left arm under. And then roll all the way so that the heart opens. If this feels like too deep of a twist, you might place the pillow underneath the knee. Stay here for just another minute. And then can you slowly unwind? Just bringing your body into neutral, and let's land onto the elbows and just rest one cheek. then we'll transition the opposite way. So coming up onto the elbows. Pulling your left knee across the mat. Lifting your left elbow up, threading your right arm under. And then just slowly opening up.
This is where we are. Twisting to the sun.
Just give it another minute. And then and slowly unwind. Just coming back onto the elbows. You can rest one cheek. Just letting the spine come back into a neutral. And then we're going to make our way just over onto the back so you can flip all the way over. Setting up for your final resting pose. And it can be any pose that feels good for you right now. Whether you want to stretch out the legs, or I'm going to keep them in this diamond, feet pressing together, knees dropping open. And then just give yourself a little scan. Notice how you're feeling now compared to at the start of the practice. See if any space has been created. Anything has been shifted. You were never more perfect than you are now. This moment right now, it's all that there is. And you could not be more perfect. You could not be more you. Accept this moment and embrace this moment. Trust that you are loved. Trust that there is no one else like you. Trust that you are never, ever alone. Let the love radiate like tidal waves. Just let it wash the world around you in its magnificent glow. Breathe in all the love that the universe has to offer. And then just let it go. Let it go. Please bring positivity into my life every day. Please bring positivity into my life every day. Please bring only joy and peace and everything that is love. Please bring only joy and peace and everything that is love. Please bring positivity into my life every day. Just give your fingers and your toes a little wake up wiggle. Running a nice long stretch, fingers all the way through toes. Take your knees into your chest, give your body a nice little hug. And then just slowly make your way up to connect, cross-legged. Palms at heart center. Length through the spine, softness through the shoulders. Close with our intention. So that our yoga practice remain steady and our efforts on this path remain continuous. And that our yoga serves and benefits all beings everywhere. May all beings be safe, be happy, be healthy, be free. May the thoughts and actions of each of our lives contribute towards this. So we'll finish with an Om, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. Thank you so much for sharing this space and the practice. I'm so, so grateful for each one of you. Light in me, it sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.